one thing I love about being a real estate agent, and that is meeting with people from all walks of life, all cities, all markets, all conditions of homes, you name it. I love this business. I was recently telling my wife last week about a couple that I met over in the Winter Haven area, and they're moving back up north. We sat down, talked about their home, the market, strategies. She had some great questions. I thoroughly enjoyed it because I love helping people. So here's the point of me telling you that. Here are some commonly asked questions that I get when it comes to helping you sell your home or listing your home. So my name is Brian Stevens. I'm with eXp Realty. I've been in this business over 30 years. Love helping buyers and sellers, and whatever you're looking to accomplish in the real estate business, myself and my team would love to assist you. So let's go over these questions, and we're not going to do deep dives on them because they will have specific answers to every single situation. But here in general are some questions that we ask. Number one, of course, the biggest one is, what is my home worth in today's market? So as a home seller, I know you want a realistic price range, which is what we love to give. Not some inflated price range and not just some price to get the listing, so to speak. There's realtors out there that will give you some pie in the sky price just to get your listing. That's not how we roll. What we do is we give you a range whenever we come out to, I say we, myself or one of our team members come out to meet with you. Now, this is going to be a range of a low and a high. Depending on the price range, the range will be, it'll scale a little bit different depending on what price range you're in. So when we say low and high, we'll talk to you about a low, maybe a just below market value price that we would suggest. High, meaning a slightly more aggressive above market. Okay, so we're going to give you a market range, not some low ball that it'll give your home away. Not some high range where you'll sit for days in the market, because days on the market are your killer, are your enemy in this business. Always remember that. The longer the days in the market, the DOM, as we see as real estate agents, the more people look at that, clients, buyers, and they think, what? Why is that home sitting so long in the market? What's wrong with it? Well, in some cases it's overpriced. In some cases the condition of it doesn't look good. In some cases the other realtor just has not strategized like they should have to sell that person's home. So when we talk about number one, what is my home worth in today's market? We will help give you a price range. We'll give you a comparative market analysis. We'll pull up recently sold homes, which is the most important things. Also, what is pending, what is actively for sale in your area, price per square foot, neighborhood comps. But all that data is so important. And also, what is the market doing where you are? Very hyper specific to your marketplace, along with our experience in your price range, and kind of talk through those strategies with you. This is something that experience like myself can help really put your home in the position to sell for top market value. Number two, the question that we get asked a lot is, how long will it take to sell my house? Now, maybe you're moving, you're thinking about a move, or you're just going to buy another property, or you're moving out of state like these people I mentioned the other day. So we're going to talk about days on the market, again, in your specific price range and your price point, and how really pricing, condition, marketing is going to affect your timing. So I will tell you this statistic. In the Lakeland Association of Realtors, the average days in the market last year, 2025, was around 75 days, ballpark. Okay, so what is that? About 2.5 months. That was an average between all of the price ranges. Now, again, that's going to vary depending on the price range, but to give you an average, that's really not too bad. Some people would have thought, oh my goodness, I thought it would have been 100 days. Well, for some homes that have been overpriced and they're not in good shape, yeah, they're 100 days, 120, and even longer. But the average from last year was about that. But again, we want to be hyper specific to your neighborhood, your area, your price range. So it will matter how long it'll take, along with where you're going to price your home at, how long it'll take to sell your home. What are all the costs involved in selling? Number three, I get that all the time. So a lot of times when you're selling your home, you're not sure about the basic costs. Well, when you're selling in the Polk County area, your three main closing costs are owner's title insurance, documentary stamps on the deed, and real estate commissions. Now, we're also going to show you in the market analysis, you're going to pay for your prorated share of your property taxes, your mortgage payoff, any possible seller concessions, but we're going to be very transparent and talk about the basic fees that are involved with selling a house, okay? Now, this will vary a little bit if you're down South Florida. That will slightly vary a little bit. And again, those ones I just mentioned can vary depending on the structure of how the buyer, how the other agent writes up the offer, and some different boxes they check. But again, you're going to want to know, what am I supposed to pay as a seller? We're going to go over that in detail with you. Number 4, should I make repairs or improvements before listing? A lot of times, part of our add value, our strategy is coming out to meet with you, walking your home, giving you some tips, some ideas on what to do for your home to get it ready to go to market and what not to worry about. I find these meetings extremely valuable to home sellers when they're thinking about doing certain things. And we talk about low to no cost, which I'm all about, not spending a lot of money to get your home ready to go to your market. Some of you are just going, yes, that's what I've been looking for. We're not going to come in there and tell you, hey, you need to just do this huge project to put your home in the market. We're not going to do that. We're going to talk about some really basics that buyers pay attention to and that they look at in shopping for homes. Okay. Number 5, how will you market my home? Man, I tell you, I love this question. We do a ton of marketing. That is saved for another video, but I will tell you, we do a ton of marketing, a lot of social media, a lot of video, great photos, a lot of networking, but it's so important. So, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the social channels that we're on, and maybe some of the social channels that you look at as a home seller. What's important to you? Do you have email campaigns, open houses, Zillow, social media ads, 3D tours, virtual tours, YouTube videos, professional photography? Tell me a little bit about how you market my home. We get that question a lot, and we love talking about that. So, number 6, we get this a lot. We get, what is the best time to sell in my area? And, we can talk about seasonality. We can talk about timing going on the market, near school season, tourism. We can talk about summer breaks, fall breaks, holidays. There's a lot of different variables that are involved in that. So we can talk about when's the best time to put on the market. But most of the time, the answer is going to be, what is your situation? When are you looking to put on the market? Because I can tell you right now, it's hard to time the market. I've been doing this again for 30 years. We used to have a very general idea of, times that are hotter than not. And some of those general ideas are still out there, don't get me wrong. But Florida has changed so much, I will tell you that, where, as you know, we're a busy state. There are always people coming and going in Central Florida. So we can talk about when's the best time to sell my home in my marketplace in more details. Number 8, what kind of disclosures do I need to disclose and fill out with in selling my home? And there's some definite disclosures we have to fill out, like seller's disclosure, flood disclosure. Do you have any termite history, any water intrusion, any foundation, any roof or HVAC issues? Hey, disclosing is so important. We've got those disclosure forms that we will walk you through and show you which ones you'll need to fill out that buyers will actually need to sign and acknowledge as part of the contract. The next question, number 9, should I stage? I think I'm on number 9. Forgive me if I'm wrong here. I'm going down my list. The next one is, should I stage my home? Well, man, that whole staging has really changed a little bit the last couple of years. And so what we want to do is we want to talk about, is your home going to be vacant when you go to market? Do we want to do, I have a staging company, not mine, but a buddy I work with that can help do the staging for you. Or do you want to do some virtual staging with some photos? Or you're going to still be living there once a little bit? Do we keep some of your furniture in there and look like a partial staging? So we need to talk through that. Number 10, how do you handle multiple offers and negotiations? I love negotiating for my folks. Absolutely love it. I love talking through scenarios and strategies on negotiating. When you think about this, you are either buying or selling probably one of the most important assets that you're going to have. You want to have somebody experienced on your side who has negotiated thousands of deals, okay? I don't get it right every single time, but I have negotiated thousands of deals to walk you through what to look for, how to price strategize, how to talk about closing costs, closing date, repairs, all the different things and nuances we can talk about when it comes to handling offers, multiple offers, and then help you get the best deal we can for you. And again, we want to make it a win-win for everybody, right? But at the same time, we're looking out for you. You are our client. So we also talk about what if the home doesn't appraise? You have an appraisal on it and the buyer does the appraisal, you're selling your house, it doesn't appraise. We have to talk about how to renegotiate that and what options are out there. The next question is this: can I still sell my home if I still owe on my mortgage? Of course. And we'll do a net sheet for you to show you what your approximates will be at time of closing. Now, when we put your home in the market, we get you under contract. What happens next? We will walk you through that. What does that look like? Contract. We're going to look at inspections. Are they going to do a home inspection, a termite inspection, a septic inspection, a well inspection, a radon inspection, a 4-point inspection, part of their home inspection? What is that going to look like? What happens about the escrow deposit for the buyer? What about the appraisal? Again, there's a lot of things we need to talk about and that when you hire us as professionals, that we can walk you through all these stages. The next one is this: how is the Lakeland Winter Haven market different from the rest of Florida? I just got an email inquiry from a buyer that's moving from out of the area into our area possibly because they saw that we were a good bang for the buck. Right? We have great value right now in Central Florida. Now, mainly Polk County is where we are servicing right now. That's Lakeland, Winter Haven, Bartow, Mulberry, Auburndale, Eagle Lake, Haines City, Lake Wales, Davenport. Mainly the Polk County area is where we service, but we absolutely will go outside of that to Brandon, Plant City, parts of Orlando, Kissimmee. So we'll go outside that region a little bit to help our clients, especially if we like them. If we like working with them, we're going to travel a little bit for you. So just be nice, right? It's very simple. We all like to work with nice people. Hey, and then some of the bonus things, and then we'll wrap this video up, is buying and selling a home, man, can be emotional. There's a lot of emotions running high. Would you agree? You know, the questions are, should I sell now or should I wait? You know, is it a good market for me selling my home? There's a client out there, a guy that I've talked to, he's not a client, he's an inquiry, I would call him. Super nice guy, had a phone call conversation with him, but he'll text me randomly and just he thinks the whole world's coming to an end. He thinks the real estate market is crashing. I don't know where he's getting this information. It's hilarious though. It's all about supply demand. We still have what? We still have low supply. As of the recording of this video, by the way, February 2026, and we still have pretty good demand, okay? Pretty good demand. People are moving in Central Florida all the time. Where I'm living right now, they're building a new hospital right down the road. It just came out in the newspaper the other day. They're building a cancer research center hospital also in our county. A lot of growth. Okay, so it's just kind of funny the doom and gloom people will see. Now there's some saturated markets in Florida with inventory, absolutely. Way down south, lots of surplus. So you got some markets that are imbalanced and struggling right now, but there's no indications that the market's going to crash. Don't believe that. It's all about facts and statistics. It's not really about opinions. It's a supply demand issue. So is it a good market for sellers? We're going to talk about that. What price range should we start at? Where should we price the home specifically? How much will I walk away with? Let's do a net sheet. Let's figure that out. Let's give you a range of, if we get this on a contract, We'll do the closing costs we just talked about, and here is your approximate walk away with. We put all that black and white writing for you so you can address it anytime, and you'll have that to go look at on in the process. So, hey, so much more to talk about when it comes to the real estate market and the questions that we get asked all the time. And again, this is what I love doing. It is what God has called me to do. So here's the thing. Let's have a conversation. I would love to talk with you, meet with you. We can do a phone call. We can do a Zoom meeting. We can have a meeting in person. You can come into my office and meet. Would love to connect with you. All my contact information is below. And so let's connect, because just remember two things. Whether selling or buying, you got to call Brian. And as my father used to say, don't wait and buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. I'm going to drop the mic. God bless. Have a good day.